Good morning, everybody, and welcome again to Fridays, the last in the week's mindfulness session provided by the PPMA, delivered by the amazing Leitham Green, the Executive Director at the PPMA, and sponsored by Oracle. I'm Kerry Nutley, and let's get on straight away with the mindfulness half an hour. Over to you, Leitham.
Many thanks, Kerry, and a very good morning to everybody. For those who are new to these series of mindfulness sessions, it's great to have you here. And for everyone who's decided to do a return visit, it's great to have you back. Thanks. And hopefully all of you will find something beneficial to take away from the experience that we're going to have this morning together. Not least, it's just great to be able to come together and sit quietly in an environment of stillness for 20 minutes or so. It would be a great thing to do. Just giving yourself a little bit of an opportunity to kind of gather your thoughts and put a positive intention ahead for whatever you've got in store for the rest of the day. These sessions are put together for PPMA members initially, and thanks to the generosity of Oracle, we've been able to extend that out to the broader community. So wherever you're from, it's great to have you here. Each session is a standalone experience, so it doesn't matter if you've missed a previous session, but they're all available to download from the PPMA website. So if you're interested, please go to the website and access those. They're free of charge, so I hope you enjoy them and make use of them. The other thing to remember with mindfulness, especially if you're new to it, is that this is just an opportunity to come together and be aware of what's going on inside your body, inside your mind. So it's about awareness, sitting with purpose and with real intent. So there's not a right way or a wrong way, and it's not about judging yourself. So I need to be better, or this is not working. It's all really about being aware of how you're feeling at this moment in time. And the best way to do that is through the power of your breath, and therefore that's why we focus a lot of attention on the in-breath. You find that your in-breath gives you a real source of focus and energy if you want to kind of feel a lift inside your body, and your out-breath is really powerful in terms of letting go and releasing from any unwanted sensations that you are experiencing. So that's why we'd be focusing on the rhythm of the breath so much. For those of you who are experienced, then you might want to just go with the flow of how you want to with the session. But for those who are new to mindfulness or meditation, I'll be guiding you through that today. So just sit back, enjoy, and relax. And what else do we need to do? Make sure that your telephone is switched off, including silent or vibrate, because we don't want any distractions. This half-hour time that we've got together is really important to invest in your own mental and emotional and spiritual health and well-being. It's as important as your physical exercise, and any distraction it's really something that we want to try and avoid. So if you can, make sure that it's away from you, so you're not kind of distracted by looking at it or hearing the noise of it. Also, I use a high-backed chair for meditation. Kind of gives you an extra bit of support, because what we don't want to be doing is slouching in our chair, kind of heavy. We want to be sitting with a real sense of purpose and intention. So the spine will be light and long and lifting from the sitting bones, and the feet firmly planted onto the earth beneath. So making sure that if your knees are too bent because you're tall for the seat, that you've got some cushions to elevate you up a little bit. If your feet are not quite reaching the floor, then perhaps putting some blocks underneath you. But don't worry if you haven't got that today, just sit as comfortably as you can. But be mindful of it for the next time you decide to do a sit. I also have a blanket to keep me warm if I need to. Today here in Shoreham, it's a little bit cold, kind of feels as if winter has returned. But also it provides me with some fabric to rest my hands on the tops of my thighs. So the backs of my hands are resting on the tops of my thighs, and that fabric just gives me the opportunity to make sure that they supported appropriately to allow my arms to really kind of fall away from the shoulders. So there's a real support there. So that's why I use that. I think that's it really in terms of what you need to enjoy the experience. Whilst you can see me, I can't see you, so don't be afraid that you're being videoed or recorded in any way. So just be comfortable in your own space, however that is. And with no further ado, let's kick off. So I'm going to ask you first of all, or invite you to stand, being aware of your physical space. It's important to be connecting with your body as well as your mind in these sessions. It's not all about kind of what's going on up here, but how this is feeling. So we just start by shaking out the fingers from the hands. And this is quite a vigorous exercise, kind of wakening up the body, bringing kind of that life back into the body. But being aware of any physical conditions that you've got, I don't want you to be adding to any physical injury that you may have. And breathing naturally and freely in through the nose unless you're congested, in which case you can breathe through your mouth, because that wouldn't be a good thing not to be breathing. And then out through the mouth. And then going up to your elbows and feeling those lower arms, just kind of shaking it away from the elbows. And the arms are nice and soft. Always think soft, soft arms. Fingertips are very sensitive. And they're a good indicator in terms of what's going on in your body, yeah? And then up to your upper arms and feeling as if your whole arm are just shaking off from your shoulders, dropping off from your shoulders, allowing gravity to do the work. And already, I kind of feel a different sensation and awareness of my physical being by doing that little shake out. It's a good thing to do at any point of the day. I kind of use it as an 11 o'clock shake out. Just shake all of those cobwebs away from your body. Perfect. So resting the arms softly by the side of the body. I always think the texture of panna cotta, so it looks very solid from a distance, but yet there's a little wobble in it. So they're nice and soft. I'm always thinking your fingertips are soft. Because often when we get tense and tight, you'll find your hands start to curl in. So just a few circular motions with your shoulders. So drawing your shoulders up to your earlobes, shoulder blades together at the spine and down. So we're just going to do 3 of these. If you've got more time, if you're doing it in your own space, then feel free to do that as much as you can, because the shoulders is where we store a lot of tension as well. And then the opposite direction, so drawing your shoulder blades together, lifting them mindfully to the top, where your shoulders reach up to your earlobes and down. So 3 rotations of that. Perfect. Feet are hip distance apart, and the inside of your feet are parallel. Belly is soft and extending between the pelvis and the lower rib cage. Just allowing your arms to be free, just keeping your body still, just allowing your body to rotate from side to side. And the arms just swinging, just like the sails of a windmill, just allowing gravity and the momentum of your body to do the work. Just feeling that stretch ever so slightly inside of your body. Perfect. So imagine that you're hanging yourself on a coat hanger with your shoulders, shoulder blades drawing down the spine, broadening across the collarbone, the chest area, so this whole cavity is nice and open for your breathing. Crown of the head extending upwards toward the ceiling and drawing your feet into the earth beneath. So your feet are moving down, spine is long, light and lifting, and the crown of the head extending upwards toward the ceiling. And it's this sense of alertness and awareness that we want to take to our seats, as I invite you to sit back down if you've been standing. And feeling the sitting bones connecting with the cushion of the chair. The inside of the feet is still parallel. Drawing through the legs, feeling that connection of the earth beneath your feet. Really connecting with the sitting bones on the cushion of your chair. And feeling that extension through the spine. That's often why it's good to have a few cushions just supporting you. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes, otherwise taking your gaze down to a point on the floor in front. And just allowing yourself to settle, breathing naturally and freely. And just sitting comfortably in this, stable and easy posture. The ears above your shoulders and your nose in line with your navel. The breath is just natural and free. There's no force at all. There's no force in your awareness of your posture, and there's no force in your breath. Eyes closed if you feel comfortable. Just always thinking about having that lightness and of touch in whatever we're doing. And today we're focusing on steadying the mind through a basic mindfulness of breathing exercise. As I said, we're breathing freely and naturally. There's nothing forced here, just being with yourself as you breathe in and out. Your body is upright and stable and at the same time relaxed and soft. And notice as we sit here together how you're actually feeling at this moment. There's no right or wrong way to feel. There's just being aware of how you actually feel, the sensations and feelings that are arising. The mind is a very active creature, and it busies itself with thoughts if you don't place something in there. So that's perfectly natural. And if your mind begins to wander to other spaces during your practice, the fact that you're aware of it is a great starting point for meditation. And no matter how often that happens, always bringing your attention back to your breathing. And anyone can meditate, no matter how busy the mind might be, how distracted. It's just this constant repetition, not beating yourself up, just recognizing these thoughts are arising. And without force, it's like a cloud floating in the sky above, just allowing those thoughts to drift away, or like a bird flying in the sky, effortlessly leaving your mind and bringing your attention back to your in-breath. Focus with your in-breath. Release and let go with your out-breath. Focus with your in-breath and release and let go with your out-breath. This is a time to nourish yourself. Steady your mind. And making the decision to be here, purposefully setting your intention. Focusing on your breath. It's something you can do without thought. And usually without thinking. You just breathe naturally. You don't need to think about it. Today we're going to be focusing on the in-breath and releasing and steadying the mind with an out-breath. Feeling the rise and fall of your diaphragm as it flattens with your in-breath and contracts with your out-breath. Just noticing any sensations in your body and mind as you breathe in. Just encouraging them to melt away with your out breath. Notice with your in breath. And let go with your out breath. Letting go of any unwanted feelings and sensations. Just acknowledging them like that cloud in the sky as they float away from your body through the soles of your feet. And just notice with your next in-breath, following the breath through your nostrils, your nose, to your sinus, back of your throat, down your windpipe, into your lungs, down to the diaphragm. The full breath in, then the full breath out, rising from the diaphragm, back through the lungs and windpipe, throat, nose, nostrils, and feeling the moisture of your breath as it leaves the tip of your nose, the top of your lip, the warmth of your out breath. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. And gently allowing the attentiveness of your breathing to blend into the background, just like the sounds of the waves of the sea as you walk along the seashore. Take your awareness to the sounds you hear about you at this time, right here in this moment. All of the sounds that you hear, the loud sounds, soft sounds, the almost silent sounds that make up this moment, right here, right now. If your mind is wandering, just allowing those thoughts to leave and bringing your attention back to your breathing. Notice the sounds that you're drawn to, sounds that you're trying to push away. Try just to notice without forcing. Just sit and experience the sounds as you breathe in and breathe out. Gently allowing your attentiveness to return to your breathing. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. Connecting with the physical sensations of the breath, entering and leaving your body. This is an in-breath, just as it is. This is an out-breath, just as it is. And allowing your awareness of the breath just to leave your mind and bringing your awareness to the smells and fragrances that you can sense where you're sitting. Noticing without forcing anything. Just sit and experience the fragrances and smells you sense as you breathe in and breathe out. If the mind is wandering, just bring the attention back with your in-breath to the smells and fragrances you are noticing. And allowing your attention to move away from the smells and odors, and bringing your awareness back to your in-breath. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. And breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. Breathing in, this is an in-breath, just as it is. Breathing out, this is an out-breath, just as it is. And allowing your attention on the breath to receive and take your awareness to what you can touch, that sense of fabric against your skin, feeling the breath in your body, difference in temperature of the skin, parts which are open to the air around and those covered by your clothing. Just allowing those thoughts of your sensations of touch float away, bringing your awareness back to your breathing. Breathing in, you touch a deep source of energy, life-giving. Breathing out, you feel nourished. Breathing in, you feel alive. The mind feels still. Breathing out, sense of freedom. Breathing in, you feel happy. Breathing out, your mind settles and is still. Following the breath from your nostrils, through your nose, sinus, the back of your throat, down your windpipe and into your lungs, to the diaphragm, the full out-breath arising from the diaphragm, back through your lungs and windpipe, throat, nose, and leaving your body. You notice that your in-breath and out-breath become deeper and slower, without any effort or forcing, just through being. As you breathe in, you notice your body and mind are becoming calm. You breathe out, you'll notice your body and mind feel steady and at ease, softening with your out-breath. With your in-breath, you feel alert. And with your out-breath, you release all of your stresses and worries. Being here, breathing in and breathing out, you feel a wonderful sense of joy and your mind is still, steady and clear. Remembering that you are the carrier of a steady mind full of compassion and kindness. Rest in this steadiness. Trust in the steadiness of your mind. Embrace it. So right here, you can see yourself in the day ahead, living the sense of calmness and steadiness. A real sense of purpose and intent. And very gradually, if your eyes are closed, just allowing your eyes to open, the sunlight, brightness, the lightness of the day, just to enter your body and senses. Very carefully, just coming back into the space around you. Thank you everyone for joining me this morning, and I wish you happiness and joy for the day ahead, whatever you've got planned, and hopefully we'll see you on another occasion. But for the moment, I'm going to hand you back to Kerry.
Thank you so much for that, Lethem. It's always quite woozy, isn't it, coming out of those amazing half hours. So just a quick update to finish us off. If you are interested in terms of joining some of the incremental Oracle phone calls on other HR topics. We are still running them. Today we have information from the neurodiversity group around how to support people with neurodiversity. And then on Monday, we have David Young speaking about supporting leaders. On Tuesday, we have Sasha talking about inclusion and diversity again. On Wednesday, we have Jane talking about posture, given that we have probably a lot of us on Zoom calls. And then we have a reprogram of Adele Pickerel, who was supposed to be talking yesterday on internal communications. Unfortunately, we had technical issues, so we've rescheduled her in for Friday. As always, the PPMA website for the downloads of today's sessions, and you know where to find Lethem and I. So thank you so much for joining, and we will speak to you soon. So have a great day and speak shortly. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.